He's comparing his pepperoni to the guy's nipples. Why? Just why? I can't unsee that.
Are they real?
I don't know.
There's no way those were real.
AI nipples?
Yes.
Number one, why was that in my news feed?
Nude feed? That's why.
You're listening to the Calm, the Storm,
The Whimsy
podcast.
Okay, so April Fool's just happened. And like Kelly, Isley lives for it. She wakes up thinking about it. She goes to bed thinking about it. She thinks about it all year long. But the one rule in my house is that if kids want to prank each other on April Fool's, they have to have permission with what the prank is, because I just don't want them to go crazy with it. And if they're wanting to prank me, they have to have my hub's permission. If they're wanting to prank him, my permission. Like, we have to all be on board with what these pranks are, or else it just could get too crazy. So we wake up on April Fool's, and I texted Isley because she's the one that's always awake first. And I asked her to wake everybody up and that we only had this amount of time left to get ready for school. And her response to me was, "Good idea." And I was like, "Good idea? Like what?" So I wrote question mark. The next thing I hear is her and Nora screaming at each other. So I said, "Can you please come down here?" So Nora and Isley come down to my room, and I'm like, "What is going on?" And Nora's like, "She just got me soaked." And I'm like, "What?" And Isley's like, "Mom was in on it." And I said, "What was I in on? I don't even know what you're talking about." And she's like, "Open your text messages. You wrote water everybody up." My text said water everybody up. So she thought
Are you kidding me? That's what it said?
water everybody up.
How?
No clue.
Did it say that?
That's what it said. So then when she wrote back good idea, she thought I was saying get everybody wet. Hurry up, it's April Fool's. We only have 25 minutes before we have to leave. Water everybody up. So we're all explaining this.
Everybody up. Oh my gosh.
So we're all explaining this situation. The next thing we hear is Hudson yell. And she's like, "Well, it looks like Hudson just got his."
Oh
So
my
she
gosh.
filled water up in a cup and put it on top of their doors so that when they
She's
open the
smart.
door.
That's a good idea.
But his pee, like his PlayStation,
His pee?
his PC, is that what you call it?
PS5.
Oh, no.
Wait, I was like, wait, his was filled with pee?
No pee. His PlayStation is like, when you open his door, the desk is right there on the left. And then and that's where the water went, all over his desk. So he runs downstairs in tears, freaking out. And I'm like, I can't even be mad about it because she thought I gave her the go-ahead to do this. She thought it was my idea.
Oh my gosh.
So he's like flipping out and she's like, lovely. She was so upset. And I'm like, it's not your fault. Like,
Oh my goodness.
in your defense, I told you to water everybody up. So we go upstairs.
Water everybody.
And luckily,
Water everybody up.
we only have 25 minutes left. Water everybody up.
Time to water everybody.
But if you look at our text message history, like she wrote good idea and I wrote question mark, but she was already watering everybody up. So luckily,
That's amazing.
luckily the water only got like around the PlayStation. It did not go inside of it because buddy, he was flipping out. But I texted Isley. I'm like, only in my house does April Fool's go that wrong. Like, terrible.
Right?
Only in my house.
That's amazing.
So I texted her later.
Like, nobody changed the word water, like wake up to water up. Like, this is so strange to me that it came out as water up. Water up, everyone.
It said, "Are you awake?" She said, "I am now." I said, "Water everyone up." And tell them I said we have 25 minutes. So then she said, "I already ... had that idea." That's what it said. And so all I saw was idea and I wrote question mark. So then the next morning I text her, "Does every happen to be awake?" And her response was, does every happen? If this is you, I'm scared to see Kelly's text messages.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Oh.
So we do have a little snippet of April Fools if we're in that. Can I share?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So like I didn't do a whole lot of things. I can't really remember everything I did. But I did draw on all my kids and gave them angry eyebrows.
Yes.
So that was fun.
And Lenny's post was amazing.
Oh yeah. It was so funny.
That if he woke up to his children's groans and your random cackling, so happy April Fools to anybody who celebrates it or something like
I
that.
can't
It's
remember all the
amazing.
things that we did now. I should have wrote everything down. But Naomi, I was kind of afraid to give her angry eyebrows because of the trauma from the last time I did something to her.
Yes.
So I just gave her freckles. So
Yeah.
that was fun. But then we recorded that night.
She said, I told you.
No, we had just had a
not-
girls' night.
Oh yeah.
Not to write on my face.
You didn't.
Oh my gosh. So what was I? Oh yeah. So we went girls' night.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids are in bed. I was doing something and Liza came down. She's like, oh, they're here. So I'm like, ah.
And what you don't know is she got in the car. First, she walked up to my window when I went to pick Crystal up with that creepy mask on, which I don't even know what that was.
I came out of the back door and walked around
All
the
the
back
way
of the
around.
house up to her window. in her
Oh
car.
my goodness.
And it didn't like.
Did you video this?
No,
No.
it gave me like a
She,
tiny
like,
jump.
Jumped, but not what I wanted her to do.
But then she gets in the car and I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, I am not going to Kelly McKinney's house on April Fool's completely unprepared and I will be on guard more than I ever have been. And so then we get
I
to your
didn't even
house.
plan anything for
Yeah,
you guys.
okay, keep
I
going.
was nervous. I was like,
You
we're
still
going to the
got
McKinney's
us.
house on April Fools.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
And she gets in the car like not trusting me. What do you know? Like, what do you know? What's going to happen?
I thought that you had it all planned out. April Fools.
I'm like,
we
there's
were-
nothing.
Girls' night, April Fools. Yeah, right. Okay. What are you going to put in my drink? What are we going to have to
all
eat?
the ideas I just let go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
What are you going to put in my drink?
Yeah, like what kind of food dye are you gonna put in my drink that my teeth turn blue or something? I don't know.
So they're coming in the door. I hear them in the garage, and I'm like, I'm just gonna hide in the pantry and
Makes you
video
so
this,
mad.
and then scare them when they walk in.
So annoying.
Because usually when they come in, I'm upstairs putting kids to bed, so there's nobody down there when they come in. So I'm hiding in the pantry, and I see Crystal go by with the mask on,
And I said, she's not down here. You can go hide.
and then I run out of the pantry and scream, and then Crystal like comes towards the pantry.
Made me so mad.
She so
we
mad.
were mad. We were gonna get you. What? This always happens.
Yes. And then what happened?
So then, Liza was in the shower. Lenny was putting the boys to bed. And we had an idea. I don't remember whose idea it was. Was it my
It was
idea?
your
It was
idea.
totally my idea. I'm like, Crystal, you should go
I
lay.
felt like I needed to get somebody with that mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should go lay in the bed.
In
Liza's bed. She's not in there. She's taking a shower. Lenny's putting the boys to bed. And she's like, okay. So she goes and lays in Liza's room. And I'm hiding in the master bedroom, kind of looking through the crack in the door. And Liza's taking forever to shower.
I'm
And
like-
poor Crystal is like laying in bed.
I told
I was
Kelly,
laying there for a long time.
and I'm downstairs like I'm gonna miss all of this, but I can't also be up there. And Kelly's panicking. Lenny's gonna get mad at me. He hates pranks. Should I not do this? Should I go get her? And I'm like, no, go to the bathroom, turn off the shower, turn off the lights, and then he'll think that Eliza's out of the shower. She's
Yeah.
like, absolutely not. You're crazy.
So I kept like tiptoeing to the boys' room, and Lenny's laying there. I'm like, what? He either fell asleep. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Crystal's asleep. Lenny's asleep. Liza's still in the shower. So I
my
unlocked the
phone
door.
was downstairs on the counter. I had like 14 text messages, and I'm like, guys, I didn't have my phone. I thought I was asleep.
So I break into the bathroom, and Liza's showering. I'm like, how long are you gonna be? She's like, what? I'm like, you need to hurry up. Crystal's in your bed. She's like, Mom, my room is a mess. I'm like, I know, but it's fine. Crystal's in your bed. And she's like, wait, what? And I'm like, she's playing a prank on Dad. I need you to turn the shower off and go into your closet and videotape this whole thing. She's like, okay.
We're so ridiculous.
So I'm I'm like, after enough time goes by, I freak myself out. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. But Hillary kept pushing.
I'm like, this has to happen.
And I was in there, so I was going, this is long term now. So
I wanted him to lay in bed with you to say goodnight to Liza so bad. It would have been the funniest thing ever.
I got so nervous. I was like, what if he actually gets in the bed?
So at this point, I know Liza's in the closet videoing, and I'm scared. So I ran downstairs because I'm like, I can't be up here anymore. I can't do it.
You had so much anxiety.
Oh man, it was so bad. So then Lenny walks into the room. We had one minor fail. We forgot to turn the fan on, which Liza has on. So he was very like, wait, what? And he like walked real slow, like peering over at Crystal.
And
like,
he's like, I'm watching him in the mirror, and he's like,
looking.
he stops. And I was like, oh gosh, like I better do something. This is awkward.
And Crystal's like, bah, in that mask. So
And he just looked like, I don't know why I would expect anything less to happen right now.
Oh man.
He thought it was you at first, though.
Yes, I think he thought it was you.
And then he said you came up the stairs, and he was like, what is happening right? Who is this?
Who is this?
What did he say? If you didn't scream.
Yeah, so he knew that we were there because we screamed downstairs when
She came out
Kelly.
of the
So he
pantry.
said, if you guys wouldn't have been here and screamed, I would have screamed.
Which would have been amazing.
Oh
What if he
my
was
gosh!
Oh, it would have been good.
I wanted him to do a little bit more reaction, but oh well. It happens.
You got too nervous.
I did. I had visions of Lenny putting his arm over top of me and me being like, oh,
It's not Liza.
Leah woke up.
it's not Kelly. It's me.
Abort!
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
What'd you say about Leo?
He woke up that morning and he's like, I want to prank Grammy because Liza got her last year. He's like, I'm going to prank her. I'm like, okay. So he called her. Of course, she's sleeping. It's like 9. So then he keeps wanting to call her back. I'm like, will you just wait? And then she calls me and I know. I'm like, I answer the phone. I'm like, Mom, I gotta go. She's like, what? I gotta talk. I'm like, I gotta go, Mom. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Because I knew what she was doing. So I hang up the phone and I'm like, Leo, you better call her right now. Like, you have to get in there first because she's trying to prank us. So you have to go first. So he called. He's like, Grammy, I have something to tell you. She goes, well, I have something to tell you. He goes, I scored 10 goals at lacrosse and they moved me up to the high school team. She's like, well, I have the measles. What? She's like, you better get over here real quick. I'm like, if you have the measles, I'm not coming over there. I'm sorry.
Well, I have the measles.
Measles.
And
I'll
then-
top that one. I got the measles.
And then she's like, and there's a flood in our basement, and the couches are floating around, and there's just water. There's water everywhere. I'm like, Mom, her April Fool's jokes are always like the off the wall. Like, there's no way this would ever happen.
They're floating everywhere. That's amazing.
So ridiculous.
Poor Linda.
Yeah,
know.
poor Linda.
And I watched that video, and people are like, you're going to give her a heart attack. I'm like, these people have no idea.
Nope, she doesn't. She has the measles, not a heart attack. So I came here very cranky tonight.
Oh, no.
Because I did not have the best day. I had a storm freaking day. Because it was my turn to pick up the kids from school. And I woke my kid up from his nap, because that's what I do to get there in time. And I already make them wait, because if I go earlier, then he really doesn't sleep. So I'm like, I'm going to wake him up. And I get him in the car. He's all buckled in. And I get in my car and it says key not detected. And I'm like,
Oh, my gosh. This again?
where's my key? I don't understand, because I drove them to school this morning and I'm like, I'm going to leave it in the car because I know I'm going to get in the car again. And then I had to go in the middle of the day to the school to drop something off for one of the kids. And I got home and I'm like, well, I'm still going to get in the car again. So I left it there. It says not detected. So I'm looking in my cup holders, which is where it usually is, not there. So I'm like, cool. So I'm like, looked everywhere that I could have ever thought that I would have ever put it. I looked in every spot I've never put it because I'm like, what if Grant grabbed it? I'm looking under couches. I'm looking in his toy boxes. I'm looking where I got him a snack.
And you're already behind?
Yep. Now I'm really behind. I wasn't until the key wasn't detected. I was like right on time. So if the key was there,
then you would just go.
Fine. Yeah.
Air tag. You need an air tag.
I know. So I'm looking everywhere. I'm so frustrated. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I am not calling Crystal at the last second and making her rush to the school because I can't find my key.
You could have called me.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And so I'm like, this is my responsibility. And I'm not asking her to fix this because my key's missing again.
Again.
So I text my husband, any chance you can go get the kids from school because I cannot find my key. And he's like, I would rather him be annoyed with me than you.
Oh my gosh.
Just because it was my responsibility.
Stop it.
So then he's like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. So I'm like, okay, Paul lives closer to there. Maybe he'll help me. And he's retired. Like, I'm going to ask and be so annoying. And so they were like, no problem. We'll get there. Well, Tori's phone's at 1%. Strider and Pacey's phones are both dead. And they're going to get picked up later than I would pick them up because I was behind. Because I'm like, if I leave at 10 minutes late, I can still be there pretty close to when they're expecting me. So now we're trying to figure out where they're going to be, where he has to go.
All the phones are dying.
Yep. Not going to be able to get a hold of them.
Can't get a hold of anybody.
So then I'm like, and I have kids at another school. I'm not asking Paul to grab them on the way home. So I call my mom, who already brought them home for me the day before. And I was like, I can't find my key. Well, first I called the school and I was like, any chance I dropped it in the parking lot when I came and brought something? And
did you turn the car off though? Or
no, I just pulled up to the door
and she just
walked it in. So I'm like, I pulled it off of the side where sometimes I'm setting my key. So I thought maybe I pushed it out. Nope. Mm-hmm. She looked. She's like, I'll go ask Isley again. Yeah. So the school's searching for my key. Not there. So an hour and 45 minutes goes by. I looked everywhere. I'm digging in the couch cushions. I mean, I looked in the refrigerator. I looked in the freezer. I'm like, where? Like every step I took.
Was it in your pocket?
No. Oh my gosh. But that would happen to me.
Oh my goodness.
But that would have been detected. So every step I took, I looked for my key. You would think. So then my kids come home and I'm like, everybody look, because my eyes, I can't do it anymore. So everybody's looking, laying on the floor. I lay on the pavement in my driveway, looked everywhere. Did it fall out of the car? So then I leave and I come outside one more time and I walk up to my van and let me pull up a little picture for you. Oops. This is where it was. On my dashboard, inside of my car.
So why wouldn't it work?
I don't know.
Theoretically, it should have detected
If it's in my trunk, it works.
Is the battery dead?
No. If it's in my trunk, it works. If it's in the diaper bag in my trunk, it works. But if it's on the dashboard, it doesn't work.
No?
No. Key not detected. That's what it said. Over and over and over again. So all that time, it was in my car.
Where she thought it was
in
originally,
my car.
just not in the spot.
So my husband comes home. And he goes, did you find the key? And I'm like, don't mess with me right now. I am not happy. I do not think this is funny. I am cranky. I was so mad. I mean, I was mad.
Oh.
And he's like, well, the only reason I think it's funny is because I listened to your podcast today. And the story you told at the beginning of your podcast today was about leaving your key in Isley's coat.
It was today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, leave me alone. I was so upset.
Oh, dear.
So I made a video that I couldn't show you yet because I didn't want you to know the story. But I sent
It's
it
so
to
good.
my mother, and she wrote me back and goes, "So you're telling me it's the car's fault?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I sent it to Paul, and they were like, "Oh my," laughing at me. I sent it to you. I sent it to my husband, and I sent it to the school secretary. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Thanks for the
That's
video."
what they all
Well,
say.
what's funny is we were driving down Arlington coming home from my mom's house, mom and dad's house. And there's an Explorer, and Liza's like, "Oh my gosh, that's Tori." I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Brrr," getting back up there. And Naomi goes, "Oh my goodness." I'm like, "Oh, I said, that's her grandpa." And Naomi goes, "Oh, I thought she was kidnapped." I'm like, "No." She's like waving.
Oh my goodness.
Kidnapped by Paul.
Only the storm, I tell you. Only the storm.
Yes. Am I doing my story?
Okay, you can tell your story right after I show you guys this video, because while I was upstairs waiting while we were recording our next episode, I don't know, we were taking turns doing things. This came on my screen.
I don't know.
It's so inappropriate and weird, but I'm going to show you anyway.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Where?
Time. It's a waste of feeling fine.
What?
A machine that's failing by design. My grip on sand.
Yeah, because he's comparing his pepperoni to the guy's nipples.
Why? Just why? I can't unsee that.
I'm not really sure what I just saw. That was
What's funny
very
is number
strange.
one.
Why are they like that?
Number
Are they
one-
real?
I don't know.
Number
There's
one.
no way
Are
those were real.
AI nipples.
Yes.
Number one, why was that in my news feed?
Nude feed? That's why.
I don't understand. Pepperoni nipples was in my news feed. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's all I have to say.
Well, this leads
This
right in.
leads right into my mom's nude feed.
Oh. Please share.
Okay. So my mother and father needed new phones, so I met them at the Verizon store to get them new phones.
Okay.
However, we went when there wasn't like a good promotion. So we went to leave, and she's like, "My phone just doesn't work, and it can't answer it." And I'm like, "Well, I think you're tapping the phone wrong. Like, I think that your phone works okay, and I think it probably just needs cleaned out because you can't hear it." Because she's always like baking with it and stuff, so things get dirty.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm like, if you just tap on the phone,
Dirty.
well, like just
I know
stuff
what you
gets
mean.
in.
I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
So anyway, so I opened up. She's like, "It's Facebook. I have trouble with Facebook." I'm like, "Well, what do you have trouble with?" She's like, "Well, I open Facebook, and then I click on where it says go see the comments for the rest of the story, and then it says I've been hacked." And I'm like, "Well, first of all, you don't ever click on those things that say read the rest of the story and comments, because usually it's like either hacking you and getting into your account or spam, or it's just clickbait. So don't do that." She's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I do it all the time." I'm like, "Oh, give me your Facebook." I open her Facebook, you guys, and my eyes have been scarred for life.
Oh no.
I'm like, "Mom, what kind of stories are you clicking on?" She's like, "Well, nothing bad." And I'm like, "Why are all these half-naked people and body parts on your reels at the top?" Not her reels, but like the ones that she, the people you follow, like are all up at the top.
Yeah.
And so then I start grilling her, and I won't say all the things I said. I'm like, "Why are you?" She's like, "I don't know. I just scroll past." And I'm like, "Mom, like this isn't okay. And my kids can never be on your phone
Oh my God.
because this is terrible." And my dad's like, "I have some of those on my phone too." I'm like, "You guys, what are you doing?"
On the story or the reels? I'm so confused.
Okay, so like when you
I mean,
open
because the
Facebook,
stories are at top.
like up here,
Yeah.
they're the ones at the very top.
that should be from your friends,
Yeah.
right?
Or pages you follow. So I'm like, what is she following? So then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go through and like click on it and hit unfollow. So I start doing that.
Wait, she's following these people?
Yes. And she likes the pages. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
So the
she's
one
been
says
hacked.
cute puppies. I'm like, Mom,
Oh,
these aren't cute puppies. Like cute puppies that you no. Nope. U.S. veteran. My dad's like, I'm a veteran. I'm like, well, I'm sure you want to see this then. No.
Oh.
This is not okay.
Oh my gosh.
So-
So do you think that she clicks on it because she thinks it's cute puppies? Just asking. And then it hacks her and then it likes and then follows.
But when you go to their page,
yeah, it's not cute puppies.
no, it was on the
Oh.
cover photo and the profile picture. But the whole thing was inappropriate content.
Oh no. And she never like noticed all that at the top of her
She
story?
doesn't know how to get rid of it. I'm like, Mom, how can you not? I know you can't see very well, but hello? Like, this isn't okay. So I start going through, and my dad's like, you might want to just get in the car and help me go through these, and I'll start going through mine. Well, my dad's got rid of his like real fast. My mom's, I'm like, I was there for like an hour, and I'm like, these are never ending. Like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
4,700 pages.
40 like you're not that's like not an actual number.
No, I'm not kidding. I should have screenshotted it. 4,700 pages she was following, and probably 80% of those were inappropriate content.
Oh my gosh.
And the bad thing is, I couldn't figure out how to get rid of them except for one by one. And I'm like, I can't.
So you saw it all.
Oh, I saw.
And you have to go into it to unfollow them? So you were seeing everything. So
Well-
you've been scarred.
Well, at the reel, you already see it. So
and
when
then
you
I
click
just
on
showed
it,
you pepperoni nipples to add to
I've
it.
seen enough.
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I've seen enough.
Sorry.
So
I didn't know.
That's what Hillary's feed looks like too.
No, well, my feed that was there, but not my stories. If I go to my stories, it's all people I know.
yeah. So
Same.
this is what happened.
Oh gosh.
So I went in. I figured out what happened after I yelled at her for clicking on comment stories. I'm like,
Yes.
Mom, don't do this. Because that probably
Because
wasn't
that is
it.
exactly what happens.
Well, it might, but probably not all the time. A lot of it's
True.
just like clickbait. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I gave her 2-factor authentication because she needs security on this thing.
Obviously.
And I was able to get on the computer and delete like 200 pages at a time. So it took me a while. I was there for a while today.
4,700.
Yeah. So then I get it down to none.
So you did that today?
Yeah. I got it down to none. And then on her phone, it says she's still following like 150, whatever, but she was following them. So I had to go through those individually, one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. Unfollow, 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 unfollow. I'm like, oh my gosh. So is this big joke now? Like, it's hilarious. But anyway, she's all good.
Grammy likes the nudies.
Her phone is clean. I'm like, Mom, she's like, I don't know. Why is that there? I don't want to see that. And she's like, you'll never believe what I saw today. I'm like, Mom, I don't. We're good. We're done. You don't have to see that stuff anymore. And I'm sorry.
Oh.
Why'd she never say anything about it?
I don't know.
Well, that's probably why her phone didn't work either. It was probably bogged down with 4,700
I did
pages she
notice
was following.
she's been hacked multiple times, and I don't think she ever changed her password. So I think that person was going on
and liking
and
and
liking hundreds and hundreds of pages.
To try to get
Of
into other people's
inappropriate
stuff,
stuff.
probably.
So she's probably the reason all her friends are hacked. I said to her, I'm like, Mom, your friend Sherry, I saw her post today. Just tell me you didn't click on it. It says, OMG, I can't believe they're gone. Rest in peace. She goes, I did click on the link. I'm like, Mom, that is for people like you that have to know everything. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That right there is how Sherry got hacked, and now you're hacked.
Yep.
Oh, that is exactly how it works.
Yep.
I'm like, so don't
They
click
put
on the
those
links.
things on there and they want you to be like, oh, who's the RIP? Like, who
Yep.
died?
Yep.
If somebody died, they're going to say who it was, not
Oh my
OMG, rest in peace. Oh, this is so sad. Click the link below. No. Just say, message her, hey, Sherry, who died? Like, what's going on? I don't really want to click this link because that's probably not okay.
Right.
So now I'm going to have to do Facebook checks every time I'm over there. Mom, what have you been looking at?
Yeah. So the next time she yells at you for going to the liquor store to get ginger beer.
Oh man, you're gonna be like, you're looking at that again.
You remember the 4,700 pages I had to get rid of, Mom?
You guys, terrible stuff that I witnessed
I'm so
because
sorry.
I was trying to clean out her Facebook page.
And she just didn't ever see it before.
Oh, she saw it, but she didn't know what to do with it.
She probably didn't know.
She didn't know
She
what
said,
to
I
do.
just scroll past. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mom. But we're good now. She's all good.
She's probably secretly Ruby texting you Asian Lenny's.
Oh my God.
My dad's phone's cleaned up too, but I probably should have set the extra
Passwords.
passcode
Oh,
on his.
wow.
my
That's
gosh.
amazing. That's amazing.
How could
She
you
goes, why
keep-
do they do that to us old people? I'm like, well, Mom, don't
You-
click on
well,
things.
she did it to herself, yeah.
So one time my mom, this was recently, my mom sent me a screenshot of something on Facebook. I can't remember. I think somebody that we knew had died and I wasn't on Facebook. And so she screenshotted it to me and sent it to me to tell me like the times or whatever. And I was like so distracted because there's like this big set of boobs like right on the top, like on
Yeah.
her
Story.
stories. And I'm like,
So somebody hacked her.
so I literally said to her, I'm like, Mom, what are those boobs up there? And she's like, oh, just ignore that. And I was like,
That's what
oh
they do.
my gosh.
They just
Like,
ignore
was
that.
That's probably what happened.
And
I
then you
didn't
have
think anything
4,700
of
pages.
it because I really didn't process it. But yep, big boobs right there. I circled it and sent it back to her and was like, what are these?
Just
What
ignore
is
it.
this?
That's the problem. They all just ignore it. And then there's 4,700 pages
Oh my goodness.
because they just keep ignoring it and they keep getting more and more.
So
and
this
more.
is the thing that frustrates me though, is we get reported for things that are not inappropriate. People's pages get taken and shut down when they shouldn't, but that stuff just gets
and
completely
it's allowed.
ignored.
It's just okay
Yeah.
to be out there.
Yeah.
And it's like cute puppies. And it's like, these are not cute puppies.
Somebody thinks they're cute puppies.
Just keep bringing up the puppies, Kelly. Okay.
Kelly clicked on the cute
and then,
puppies
then
too.
there was like, not only was there like inappropriate pictures, there was like somebody with like a weird skin irritation on their arm. And I'm like, Mom, do you know that's not real? There's not an actual worm crawling out of a sore on somebody's arm. Like that's probably AI.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's
sure.
No, I think that's
frustrating,
true.
though.
I'm like, it's not true. These are all fake diseases that you have. They're all up here. Like, so
That's
weird.
why she thinks she has the measles.
Just kidding.
That's why she yeah.
So anyway, my poor sweet mother, we got that taken care of today. So she no longer has to see any of that.
But now you can't unsee that. I'm sorry for your
I'm
brain.
okay. I took one for the team. Mom, I took that for you.
Oh, my gosh.
Ugh.
Well, I went to Target with my family, my whole family, to look for bikes. She laughs because she knows the story already.
Of course she does, because I'm the one that's always left out.
Well, this week I wasn't the left out one.
So we were looking at bikes, and this lady, like, we asked one of the employees to help us because there wasn't pricing on one of them. And so she's there helping, and Troy's like, oh my gosh, Mom, come look at this. Because our kids were walking up and down the aisles with Grant to keep him happy. And so they took me down the aisle, and there was this there was a box that was like a kid's like scooter or something. And over top of the kid's mouth was a heart sticker that somebody put on it that said penis on it. So like all my kids are losing their minds over it. We're all talking about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so the employee was like, yeah, she's like, you would be like surprised how many of those we actually find. Like teenagers come in here all the time and they like sticker everything. And
Oh, no.
it's like actually pretty common. So,
That is so crazy, though.
so while she's like, we have this conversation and then we move on, and he's still getting help from her. And Grant is pulling all of like the bouncy balls out of the end cap all
Oh,
over
yeah.
the ground.
course.
And so she goes to walk by us and she just laughs at us. And I said, some people use penis stickers. We just throw balls everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, I prefer the balls. And walked away. And I lost it. And my husband smacks his forehead and walks down the aisle.
Oh
He's
my
like, I'm
gosh.
out.
He's like, I'm done.
So embarrassed. And Isley pauses and she looks at me and she goes, Mom, there's no way she knew what you meant by that. And I'm like, yeah, there is. Everybody was losing it. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh. There's
things
no
that
way she
happen.
knew what you were talking
She
about.
goes, I don't think she knew what you meant. I'm like, yes, she did. We just talked about the sticker all together. But it was so
That's
But
amazing.
my hubs like literally walked down the aisle to get away from me, shaking his head. He was so embarrassed of me. And then I have 2 other things to tell you.
Oh, wow.
So
I have a boring life. What is going on?
well, sometimes I almost told you guys this when I told you the key story. I wish I could come back to a podcast recording and say, I have nothing to report. Nothing has happened. But no, it's always a freaking storm. There's always something happening, always. So I'm like, I understand that brings fun content to talk about, but
Yes.
sometimes I just wish I could say I have nothing to tell you. One story.
I would just feel really boring.
You're not boring. So one story, Isley requested I tell you, or I might not be. But we watched this show called Once Upon a Time. Have you heard of it?
Mhm.
So it's like fairy tales, but like real life. Like it's actually a really fun show to watch as a family. But she just thinks that this is the funniest thing ever. So it's like every episode is different princesses and princes and things like that they're comparing to like the stories we all know, but it's like in their own timeline of things that are happening. So we watch it as a family. And I don't know if my husband's going to be very happy because when I asked him if I could tell the story, he never actually confirmed. But
Oh.
he should have said
Oh.
no if he didn't want me to. So it was Anna and Elsa, and it was Frozen themed show. But while we're watching the show, my husband had gas and he ripped a big one during the show. Kelly's shaking her head at me right now. Following that happening immediately, Anna and Elsa go, what's that smell? No! And then they both go, chocolate.
Oh. No.
The timing couldn't
Are
have been
you kidding me?
any more perfect. And Isley thinks it is the best story ever. She's like, please tell that story. It's so funny. It was.
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, like, how does that happen?
How does that happen?
The moment that happened.
That is-
What's that smell? Chocolate. And we lost it. We missed like the
Oh.
next 5 minutes of the show because it was
oh my
so
gosh.
funny.
Wow.
Okay, last story. And this one, Kelly knows. So you can't say
Oh,
you're
no.
left out.
What's that smell?
Is that Elsa?
How did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
That's an Elsa doll that just came from
Yeah.
under the table.
And you knew that it was there?
I put it there when I came down by myself.
Why?
Just so
Why?
Just so I could go, what?
Really? The Elsa doll? That's so creepy.
Yeah, for what reason? Did you know the story?
No. I just wanted to
Oh.
scare you with a doll, and I thought I'd pull a doll out from under the table.
That was
I mean,
really
that
good
is really
timing.
crazy.
What'd she say?
What's that smell?
Chocolate. You're so creepy. Why would you do these things to us?
Because it's fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, first of all, people think Kelly and I are a couple, and I think it's the funniest thing ever
No,
in
it's
this
really
whole
not.
world.
No.
And I love it, and I just go with it. And she is always trying to make sure people know we don't share children. They're
Oh
our
my
own
goodness.
children. We're
Something
not-
else happened?
No, I just wanted to throw that out there. But we're connected in so many ways because we have a business together, Lies Pies of Photography.
Mhm.
And so whenever we have meetings with people, I'll say like, we have 4 kids. We both have 4 kids. And she'll be like,
She says we have 4 kids.
And
I'm
she's like, no. I have 4 kids. She also has 4 kids. And she
Always clarifying.
Yes,
It
she
just
goes
gets
like
confusing.
above and beyond to clarify something that I just don't even think about clarifying. Or like when we went to the hospital to have Nora, my husband and I, not Kelly and I, but she told everybody that she's my sister wife, like the nurses, like, so people are always thinking like,
Yep.
there's just so much connection there with our kids and work and now the podcast and all the friendship from so long and our kids growing up together and the things she gets me into. But we had some changes happening within our school situation. And so I have learned, well, I haven't learned the lesson yet because every time I say I'll never do something, it happens. I'll never go to Africa. Yes, you will. I'll never speak in front of people. Yes, I have. I will never homeschool. Yes, you might be actually. So I went to Kelly's hybrid homeschool, like an informational night, just to see what it was about.
It was through Zoom.
It was through Zoom. Okay. Well, another connection that we all have, though, is that I'm helping Kelly and Lenny start a thrift store. So I log in a lot through Lenny's like email and things. So whatever Zoom I logged in, like my last email that was up. So if it would have been the Calm, the Storm, the Whimsy, it would have logged me into Zoom like that.
I get it because I do it all the time.
But no, the last one I was in was Renew and it said Lenny McKinney. So I logged into Zoom.
Oh my
To
gosh.
the new informational, like you don't know anything about
New
the
parent
school.
meeting as Lenny McKinney.
Lenny McKinney. And they know who Lenny McKinney
Yep.
is.
Yep. And so
Was
they
your
knew,
picture up yet? Or was it just
No,
black
yeah,
screen?
it was me. It was me.
But
no,
you- no.
it was a black screen first because I was trying to get my camera to connect. And so the lady was like, oh, the McKinneys? Oh, okay. And so then she moves
She
on.
said it like that?
Yeah, because why would they be at an informational like new meeting?
Right. So she was confused.
So then I'm like, actually, this is Hillary Blake. And so then I'm like having to explain the reason I'm logged in as Lenny McKinney is because I work for him and I had his email up. So this is like in front of all of these people. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm mortified.
Lenny is like all over the place.
So I'm mortified. She thinks it's hilarious. Okay.
Oh, I was dying.
But then to make it even better, I use our business email for photography. So Liza Pies a photo. And people never pay attention to my signature line. So when I write an email, they write back to me, Liza. So now, not only am I Lenny McKinney, but I'm Eliza. And I'm like, actually, this is Hillary Blake. I am not a part of the McKinney family, even though my name is associated with them in all different
not
ways.
A sister wife. We do not share husbands. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm in charge of his email.
I mean, I don't even know how to explain that. He doesn't even actually ever log in.
And I drop his laundry off on Tuesdays.
He doesn't even actually log into that email ever. He doesn't even know how to get into it. I created it for Renew.
Oh my gosh.
But I wanted it under his name because when I started this, I didn't know how long I would like be doing stuff. I was just supposed to help them get it off the ground. So I didn't want to put it under my name. So now people always think they're talking to him, but it's me. And I have to try to explain why I'm logging into Parent Night as Lenny McKinney
That's amazing.
and emailing as Eliza.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Did you email the school?
Yes.
Liza oh my gosh. And now they think that you're Liza McKinney
Yes.
and Lenny McKinney?
Yes.
They didn't say McKinney, though. They
No,
just
they just said Liza.
Liza.
But I'm like, here
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh.
Like
Liza
literally
McKinney, guys.
within minutes of Lenny McKinney, now they're emailing Liza. Thanks for coming. And I'm like, still Hillary Blake. This is my other work email for photography.
Still Hillary Blake. I haven't changed. Oh my gosh.
Only me, I tell
Definitely
you.
getting started on the right foot there.
So are they going to know who you are?
I think
Like,
they
when
do.
you
They know
show
who
up,
she is
you're gonna be
now.
like Hillary Blake, Liza, or Lenny.
I know.
Who are you?
I don't know. I
Oh
don't
my
even know.
goodness. Be like, you don't look like Lenny.
Nope.
Wow.
So funny.
It was so embarrassing. I
It's
was
so
so
I don't know
embarrassed.
how all of these things happen. Like, sometimes I literally sit at home like, I don't have a single story to tell tonight because my life doesn't, I don't know. It's just so calm. And so I'm like, okay, I don't have a story, but here comes Hillary. The storm has got every story you can possibly think of. Even when you can't think of it, it happens.
Even when I try to hide, like
It's
it
so
happens. It doesn't
strange.
matter.
So strange to me.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
So strange.
Great entertainment.
I mean, great entertainment, good stories. I mean, laughing, hilarious, but
Mhm.
wow.
I'm so happy for your entertainment.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess I have one story.
Tell us.
So, you know how my son has had this girl that
oh yeah,
is,
Lent's
you
not
know,
over yet.
Lent, she has given up on Lent. And
Yeah, because she didn't replace it with anything, I bet.
She did not replace it with anything. So she was given the task of assigning seats
Mhm.
in math class.
Oh,
Did you hear
no.
this story?
You told me.
Oh, I did.
Of
What did I tell you?
Of course they told each other.
I did tell you.
Don't tell each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Save for the podcast. Let's tell each other
I'm
everything.
sorry. Who knew about the nude pepperoni pictures on your mom's Facebook? Not me, Crystal.
Oh, it was me, for sure. So she was tasked with assigning seats in math.
Oh no.
And so she assigned the seats, and the teacher said, oh, we're going to change this up a little bit or whatever. And so she didn't like how she had arranged it and who was sitting by who or whatnot. And so,
Which is kind of not fair.
right,
Yeah.
she gave her permission to do that.
And then
didn't like it. So I was confused by that also.
Yeah.
So she was kind of upset because she had arranged herself somewhere
Next to Strider.
next to Strider she wanted to be. Well, so there was still an open
Strider's
spot
like,
over
here's
there.
a 20, just change it back up.
So there was like another spot open over there still by him. And so she raised her hand and said that she couldn't see the board from where she was sitting and she needed to sit over there by Strider. And so the teacher let her move over there,
Oh, my
not
goodness.
knowing anything about this or whatever. And so their desks, the way he explained it to me, I don't understand how this is like how they sit, but her desk is facing towards him and his
Oh.
desk is facing this way. So I think they must just have it in like a different
Yeah.
setup or whatever. So she's literally like staring at him. Okay.
Oh no.
And so he's super uncomfortable by this. I didn't tell you this part. So we picked him up from school yesterday because we had talked about this seating arrangement that he was not happy about because he said that he was going to raise his hand and say that he couldn't see the board and move over to her old seat.
Oh, no.
And so basically he went to the teacher, which by the way, this is his favorite teacher and she loves him too, and said like, I am just having like, this isn't an okay situation, and like kind of told her the scenario of what was happening with this girl and if he could have a different seat because this isn't something that he is okay with or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, absolutely. So she moved him away. I don't know where she moved him. And this girl is not happy
Oh, my
about the
goodness.
situation. So then they were in so he was like, yeah, Miss so-and-so is a W, like a win. Like he loves this teacher. And so like they were in like a group doing a math group and she's in his math group and she tried to sit next to him and the teacher moved her.
Oh.
As soon as she sat down, she was like, oh, honey, nope, you got to sit over there, and moved him. And he was like, yeah. He's like, this teacher is on my side. So now, like in math, at least, he's safe.
Oh my goodness.
So
Well, if you don't have stories because you're the calm, at least he gives them to you.
he does give them to me all the time. Thank you for listening to the Calm, the Storm, the Whimsy podcast. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay tuned for our next episode.
So it's that time of year, and people celebrate this day differently all over the world. So some people go out and they hide eggs and they have fun getting pictures with the bunny and all these things, but other people look at it completely different. And this is a way that Jesus died on the cross and died for our sins. And we are just going to discuss what this holiday means to us.
So what does it mean to you?
Well, obviously, first of all, would be that Jesus died on the cross for us and forgave us of our sins, and he rose from the dead 3 days later. But, I mean, we have fun doing the family things with the egg hunts and stuff like that, but we definitely make sure, I make sure I try to win, but...
That's what I was going to say. Does
I make
everybody
sure I
have
win.
fun, or do you have fun?
Ashley's got me beat. But anyway, but we make sure the kids know like what Easter is about, and we have that discussion. And we don't really do we do a little Easter stuff, but not like, ooh, you're going to get this big gift on Easter because it's Easter. Like
You don't do baskets?
We do little baskets, but not with like big, huge things in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just
Do you do
small stuff.
baskets?
Yes, mostly just candy though.
Oh, okay.
So I am not a big fan of celebrating Easter as the Easter Bunny's holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like Halloween, I'm not really into that. So we just celebrate it as like Jesus's resurrection.
Yep.
And go to church and usually like go to my sister's house for dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
But we do have I do like Easter baskets with candy or something.
Yeah.
But they're from me, not from the Easter Bunny.
What about you? Who's your basket from? The Easter Bunny?
I don't know if they think that or not. I mean,
I used to think
Naomi
that when I
probably
was
does.
a kid. Yeah.
Will she listen to this?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh well.
But
Oh, well.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't even know what to say right now. It's not something that we like tell her the Easter Bunny's coming. It's just something that she thought of. And I'm like, I don't really want to say anything else. Okay, this is a train wreck.
She
And it's not beautiful.
Oh, well. Oh, goodness. So the Easter Bunny gets your kids gifts. Maybe if they think that.
If they think that.
Oh, gosh. Just take all that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just start over.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So do you do Easter baskets, Crystal?
Yes. But I do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Yes,
Okay.
Easter baskets happen at my home with
So they
candy.
happen,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to say who they're from, right? I'm the only one that has a kid that thinks that there's an Easter bunny, which I never told her there was an Easter bunny.
This is a really long conversation about this.
We're in a dilemma. I'm kidding. We don't even need to
I'm
talk about it.
sweating. I'm
Why are
sweating.
you
Because of
sweating? We're not
Easter?
upset with you. The reason I said, oh, well,
well.
was meant like, should we do something, say something else?
I thought you were like, I'm going to make sure she knows the reason we celebrate Easter. And it is not the Easter bunny.
Oh, well, honey, let me tell you, Good Friday happens on Friday, and that's when Jesus died. And then Saturday, 3 days later on Sunday, he rose again, not the Easter bunny.
I know.
Just don't let her listen to this episode.
Kidding. That's what I'm being funny. Oh my God.
She goes, I know Jesus
know,
rose from the dead.
Jesus.
So my kids do get Easter baskets, but we enjoy inside of the Easter basket things like bathing suits for the summer.
Oh, yeah, like practical stuff.
Yes,
That's what we usually
stuff
do.
that is going that I'm going to have to spend money on it anyway.
Here's your socks and underwear.
Yes. Yep. They would probably love socks in it. Well, at least socks in there. They have the stupid Nike socks.
Oh, yeah.
What was Easter like when you were a kid, though? I had to wear like fancy dresses. Like we
Same.
went shopping.
Oh, yeah. Hat.
And a hat and a little
The
purse.
purse that matches.
And like the shoe, like the very shiny white shoes.
Uh-huh.
Like I felt like that was a thing.
It was a big deal to buy Easter
was.
clothes.
And my sister and I always dressed alike. Oh.
And
I'm
now
4 years older than her.
Oh, man. And now when we get up to go to church on Easter, I'm like, no, you cannot wear sweatpants
Right.
to church today.
Because
Mom,
that's
no
the
holy
thing.
jeans, Mom. That's what the kids are saying.
Well, we do wear the holy jeans.
Well, it's a holy place we're going to. It's fine.
It's
I
a
tell you
holy
this.
day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of holiness going on.
It's just funny how different it is. Like the day I tell my kids you have to wear a dress on Easter Sunday, they would lose their minds.
Oh, yeah.
Only Nora would be able to handle that.
Yeah, Letty will wear a dress.
Yeah.
Naomi
My
will.
boys would not be able to
So
handle it.
do they dress up on Easter?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Because
do have them dress up.
See, I just
It's
don't
my
do
tradition.
that.
We used
I dress
to.
up too, so I wear a dress.
Yeah. You used to buy the extra clothes for Easter, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. And we would make sure we had the spring pictures and all the things. But now that we home church, I'm like, we don't need to get all dressed up. And I don't need to spend all that money on
So what do
clothes.
they wear? Just sweatpants?
What?
Like, do they just dress in comfy clothes?
Just
since
like
you're at home?
jeans and a nice shirt.
Oh boy.
I will let my boys wear jeans, but and
Holy jeans.
holy jeans. They don't have holy jeans, but I don't know where we're going with this now. I feel like we're like, but I gotta tell you that I did believe in the Easter Bunny when I was a kid.
I just think she needs to not listen to this episode because there's no recovering from this.
It is rough.
This is really rough, guys. Okay.
Should we start all the
yes,
way
please.
over?
Yes, please.
Should I just like stop it
Yes,
and
please.
start over?